Is it really possible for a tiny tweak to your morning coffee routine to ignite your metabolism and put your body into full fat-burning mode for the rest of the day?
Check out the link in the video description now and transform your morning coffee into a metabolism-boosting super drink.
A BBC newsreader stunned Glastonbury goers with a drum and bass set at the three-day festival. Presenter Ros Atkins hit the decks for a 1.5-hour set on the Stonebridge stage on Saturday afternoon, following the likes of Pulp frontman Jarvis Cocker and Irish DJ Annie Mac. With 500 fans raving to his first-ever DJ set at Glastonbury, the analysis editor, who is best known for his rather serious explainer videos, decided to drop a remix of the BBC News theme tune. Fans were delighted by the track, and it has been played on BBC Radio 1 by Greg James. In a behind-the-scenes video, Atkins revealed he worked with David Lowe, the original BBC News theme composer, as well as DJ and producer Chris. Providing an insight into the creative process, Chris said, "I came up with the idea of let's start the track as a BBC News headline. Increase the BPM. Turn it up. And then we go into the big up-to-date drum and bass, all in big basses, different vibes and different melodies. There's jungle flavors in there, there's drum and bass. There's so much going on." Speaking of the finished product, composer Lowe said, "I couldn't have ever imagined it would sound like that. It's absolutely amazing." Fans were just as pleased by the unconventional remix. One posted on X, "Just brilliant, looking forward to hearing this as the updated theme on BBC News." Another wrote, "A Glasgow legend is born. This is not the first time DJ Atkins has blessed listeners' ears. 2 years ago he made a surprise appearance on BBC Radio 6 Music's Desert Island Disco All Dayer." In a tweet announcing his set, Atkins said, "To the 19-year-old who avidly collected all the latest mix cassettes and recorded tracks off, the idea I'd do a mix on the BBC would have been incomprehensible. I'm very touched to have been asked." Since growing up as a teenager in Cornwall, Atkins loved listening to hardcore drum and bass as well as attending raves. The young Atkins played DJ sets, in a very amateur fashion, in London, Cornwall and Cambridge. Atkins even took his desks abroad, performing in a huge drum and bass room in Johannesburg and Pretoria's Oppie Copy Festival when he lived in South Africa. Prior to Glastonbury, the journalist's last gig had been in Regent's Park in 2006. Remembering the reasonably sweaty affair, Atkins said, "A few days later, our eldest daughter was born and suddenly I had a lot less time and energy. DJing didn't fit into life so well and I've not done a gig since." He added, "Here's to it not being another 16 years before I put together another set." And just 2 years later Atkins secured a drum and bass set at Glastonbury, the legendary 5-day festival based on Worthy Farm in Somerset. In a tweet announcing his Glastonbury performance, Atkins said, "It's frankly incomprehensible that I'm tweeting this. But here's the lineup for Stonebridge at Glastonbury and to my great excitement and astonishment, I'm on it. What started with a one-off drum and bass set for BBC 6 Music 2 years ago has ended up here. Very grateful for the invitation." One user suggested the remix should be used when the exit polls come out next week, while someone else joked, "Have you fact-checked this, Ros?" Another suggested that the newsreader team up with his colleague Owain Wynne Evans, who also harbors a secret musical talent. The BBC weatherman lifted spirits during lockdown in 2020 when he played the drums to the iconic theme tune while presenting from home.